Okay, at this point we're gonna try to just to put all this body together in a single piece, and then we are gonna focus on the arm. So before that we just do blending everything together. So I'm gonna start by just simply selecting everything by object, and I'm gonna delete history on all of it, all the different parts that I have. So because they are really long extended history, so that does not help a lot. Alright, so I have that. So they are now clean in terms of history. Now I'm gonna grab them all, and I'm going to combine them together all into a single object. So they become all one single object, at least so far. And I'm gonna start just merging vertices. So I'm gonna grab couples of vertices. I'm gonna say merge to center. That way it'll try to, if I hit G, it'll repeat the same last process. That way I don't have to be doing it, calling up on the menu. Let's see if I do this one. Yeah, all of those, merging them to the center. So it'll take me just a couple of minutes to go through all of them, but it's going to be pretty straightforward. That one is giving me a little bit of a glitch there, and that's because I grabbed one at the bottom, so that's good. Just undo that, make sure that I don't select that one. I just press Control to get rid of that one. Now I can say G to merge the one, and just make sure that you are not selecting anything that you don't want. Alright, let me just pause my video and I'll go through the whole thing to combine in one. Okay, so I just went around and connected all those vertices. I found a few places where I have some issues going on. For example, here I have 3 loops that, let's see, this one I didn't connect them here. Forgot to do those. Let me just merge to center. There we go. But these 3 don't go down here. There is a cut there. So I try to just to use the multi-cut tool to help them out find their direction there. See if I can find another one for this one. Maybe I can just find a way there. And I decided just to make it just go in just the way the other ones are doing it. So it makes it a little tight, but I have enough room here to slide this one over here and slide this other one there, so that I have enough room for that to happen, which might be an interesting way to do it. So I'm going to try to merge this to center. G there. There is another one somewhere that I noticed, somewhere down here. This one is an easy one. Just cut from that one to that, and then of course select those 2 and merge those to center. And there was another one here. In this case, if I keep going straight, it's gonna add another one to the leg. I don't want to add more to the leg, so maybe the best way to do it is to try to get it to find a counterpart somewhere, or to loop around somewhere. So I have, for example, I think the best way is just to bring it in here and just loop it down this way, or come around here and make it meet this guy here. So let's see if we can do that. So I'm gonna cut there. I'm gonna cut this way. That way it kind of finds it from there, and then we cut this one to this one here. That way we can grab this one and slide it over here. And now we solve 2 problems in one just stroke. There we go. That doesn't look bad. It's not ideal, but it's not too bad. That just helps me solving some things there. Let me see, I think I had another one here, which is the same story. I'm gonna just bring it over to here, just to make, unless there is another one that needs help here, but I don't think there is. So I'm gonna just grab this one from that to that to this one. Of course, this one is giving me a triangle there. We're gonna fix it in a minute and go all the way to cut it out here. And of course, to fix this one, we'll just simply cut to here to the corner. So that way you get, you just slide this one down there. So that way you have a nice transition there. It's not bad. And then just fix this one, just merging those to center. Okay, that's giving me a little bit better resolution. I need just to work on some geometry there and try to make it the best I can. I think I am very close. There is something here that looks, when you get something like this, means there is something that is not connected, or there is something that is not quite right. So I'm gonna make sure we have it clear, so we are not forcing. There is something there that is not right. So I gotta make sure what it is, and I think I know what it is that these guys are not connected yet. You see them there. So that's why I need to say mesh to center. When you hit 3, then you see that the weirdness disappears. Okay, you know, I just need to go and fine-tune some of the details, but before I do that, I'm going to delete history and save my file, of course, and just save my file. And I'm going to try creating that inside of that eye. So I'm actually, because it's not there yet, and I think it's a good idea to start building that. Let me delete type by history one more time. There it goes. I'm gonna bring back my image planes. Right, just make them visible. Just type in here 1. There they are. So I'm gonna go to my front view. I'm gonna delete all the grease pencil. Delete all frames. There we go. I'm gonna say 4. See if I can check on my model there. Harder to see, so see if I can do it with X-ray. I can see it better. It's a hard one, so let me see if I can try to. I remember we had the model a little bit higher, just to get a little bit of an option there. Now my model is still live, the one in the background. You see the live model there. So I'm gonna just get rid of the live for now, because I think this is not going to help us. We need to start going from the way it is off. I'm not deleting it yet because I need it for the arm. But now I have a rough. Let me select this edge. I'm gonna say 4, and I'm gonna follow my edge. And this now the bottom is not too bad. We said it's a little bit wider so that the eye is not so low, and that's okay. And then I'm gonna just try to go to my perspective, and I'm gonna try to hide my planes again. Control H to hide, and then I grab this loop from here to here. Just double click there. I'm gonna extrude that. I'm gonna extrude in. I'm gonna extrude one more time. G to repeat the last command. Push it in one more time. I'm gonna G again, and then start bringing it up. And G one more time, back and up. Probably I can start moving it. G one more time, I'm pushing it backwards, shrinking it, and then one more time G to bring it to the center. It doesn't need to be close because the object, nobody will see it in there. The key element is getting the eyelid with the loop, and of course we're gonna need an eyeball that I think would be good to try to get now. Let's see if I can get my image planes back. That way I can compare and see if I'm still okay in terms of the details of it. And you know what, I just realized that my eyelid from the side view is not as back, so I'm gonna have to grab and do a little bit of a grabbing here, this corner here, turn on B, hold the sub-selection, expand a little bit on it, and try to push it back to see if I can get the eye to sort of match the best I can my sketch. Get this one too. That gives me a better perception of my design. I'm gonna bring this one up. I'm looking at both the perspective and the side here. Okay. Okay, that makes it a little bit better. And of course, as I said, I'm gonna need to create a sphere to mimic the eye. So I'm gonna just rotate in X minus 90 degrees, so I can grab that. I'm gonna go to the side view here to try to mimic that size of that eyeball, which is already very close. Just got lucky there, and that way I have an eyeball there that will give me a good reference for me to go and fine-tune my shape so I can get the eyelid to start matching the shape. Notice I still have my sub-selection turned on. And some of it here is kind of pushed. Just turn it up a little bit. So I can go manually and manipulate this part here that needs some extra attention there. I'm gonna just bring this one out and down a bit more because I want to exaggerate those shadows. I'll work on my texturing later on my creature. For now, I'm going to just to keep it simple. Selected the background by accident. I'm going to grab this one and put it up there. Maybe that one, not that one, maybe. So right now we're just fine-tuning geometry to get a better look. I'll have to continue doing much more of that as I keep moving forward in my model. Right now, roughly, I have a model that is working and that I can say is matching that eyeball close enough. There we go. Alright, so, and of course I'm going to mirror that. I'm going to delete the history of this guy. But the cool thing about this is that I have a good topology to work with. So I know that my model can be built correctly. I will just stop this one here, and the next one is going to be working on their own.